Hello YouTube, Great RJ1 here, and I'm very excited to announce a new series. Now, if you don't know what this is, you may have heard of the franchise Star Wars before. It's a very big and popular franchise. Now, you may have also heard of Thomas and Friends before, Automated Tank Engine, and that's another big popular franchise. Now, you may be wondering, why am I mentioning these two? Well, I'm planning to make a series which is a crossover of Thomas and Friends and Star Wars. Basically, So basically, it's just going to be Thomas and Friends, but it has all stories from Star Wars. And yeah, so I want to just go over the cast that I've planned. Also, this will be a live action series, meaning that we'll be actually doing this in real life. So the engines will be made out of cardboard. It's what's likely. I will not be making them a custom engine because for two reasons. One, I'm sort of very limited with the making the engines because, of course, a lot of the newer merchandise these days aren't really the best that we have these days, and plus I would rather use Wooden Railway or like Take and Play, and because they're no longer being made, it's sort of a bit rare to get them, so that's why I'm having to make them out of cardboard. But they are going to be live action, and this will be the cast. So first off, we have Thomas, who will be casting Anakin / Darth Vader, and Luke. Percy will be casting Yoda. Toby will be casting Palpatine's Royal Guards. Diesel 10 will be casting Palpatine and General Grievous. Lazy will be casting Princess Leia. Now here comes the first engine, who has 3 possible characters to play her, and this is Padme Amidala, but I have settled with Rosie playing her, but the other 2 engines that would have been playing her, that has a chance on playing her, was Lady and Emily. Emily didn't make it for 2 reasons. She is a bit big to be Padme, and because Padme and Anakin are somewhat of a similar size, Emily would just be a bit too big. It's just a bit bigger than Thomas, so yeah. And then for Lady, because if it goes to the Battle of Geonosis, Lady would have to be in white, and then for A New Hope, then Lady would also be white there, and I don't want people getting confused that they're the same character, because of course they do change paint jobs. And also if they're using the same model and face, then that's also going to be a bit of a problem, but Rosie is going to be playing Padme Amidala. Now here comes to a 3-way tie who I'm still deciding for, but I think I've landed with Diesel, and this is for the battle droids. Diesel has a chance of playing the battle droids and is most likely at the moment. Diesel 10 also has a chance on playing the battle droids, but like I said, I think Diesel will be playing them at the moment. And Henry also has a chance on playing the battle droids, but I'm not too sure still. Now for the clone troopers, Henry has a chance on playing them, and so do Diesel and Diesel 10. I think Henry will be playing the clone troopers. He has the chance on playing them, but that's what I think so at the moment. So he has the chance on playing clone troopers at the moment. So basically for the battle droids, that would be basically Diesel at the moment. He's in the lead. And then for the clone troopers, that would be Henry or Diesel. It's sort of tied at the moment. So yeah. Edward will be playing Han Solo. Now Gordon is actually playing many roles. He'll be playing Count Dooku and Obi-Wan, so he has quite a couple roles. So yeah. And tell me if you like to see Gordon with a beard, because Obi-Wan does have a beard for most of the movies. So if you want to see Gordon with a beard, then do let me know. But if you don't, then I might not do it. But if I want him to be accurate to the movies, then he will have to have a beard for most of the episodes. So yeah. I also forgot to mention Henry will be also playing Stormtroopers, and he will also be playing Qui-Gon Jinn. James will be playing Lando Calrissian and Darth Maul. Emily will be playing Rey. And I know this is showing Murdoch, but I'm not planning for Murdoch. I'm actually planning for Hero, but because it's just going to be easier to show Murdoch, and plus they are pretty similar, then I am going to be showing Murdoch instead of Hero. So Hero, the Japanese engine, before you think I'm meaning for Murdoch, Hero will be playing Chewbacca, so yeah. Now Sam is planned to play Jabba the Hutt, so because he's meant to be, and I think Sam's meant to be bigger than Hero, so, and I think Sam will work quite well for Jabba. Also, I forgot to mention that Spencer will have a chance on playing the Clone Troopers, but this will probably be unlikely because Hemi sort of is in the lead, and he's sort of also tied with Diesel. But I think Spencer could also have a chance on playing the Clone Troopers, so he's on the list for them. Now let's get on to the engines that aren't standard gauge, that will actually be in the series. Plus I just want to point out that the engines will not be running on rails. I just wanted to point that out because if they had rails, they'd sort of be very limited on where they'd be able to go, and in the Star Wars films they're basically anyone's able to go pretty much anywhere, so that's sort of a little problem that we all have to get past. So that's why there won't be any rails in the series. In case when you go and watch the series you think, why is there no rails? It's because there are no rails in the series. Now the narrow gauge engines will be playing the Ewoks, and by narrow gauge I mean Luke. Now Luke will be playing Ewoks. Now this may sound a little weird, but still, yeah, he will be playing the Ewoks. Ooh. Sorry about that. But now I'm going to give you a little bit of facts for the series. So you may already know this. Oh, sorry James. Let me fix that for you. His faces are a little textureless. No. It's okay, James. Yeah, so a little bit of facts on the series so far. Now there are two facts that you already know, so I'm just going to go over them quickly. It's basically going to be Star Wars, but with the Thomas & Friends engines, and the engines will be made out of cardboard, and it will be in real life. The next fact, they will actually have proper cloaks on, so yeah, they'll probably have cloaks. They will have like cloaks on, and they will be swapping between paint jobs, but with the cloaks and capes it will depend how the cape and cloak works, whether they're going to cover up the wheels or not. It depends on how the cape and cloak will work. If it's going with Palpatine's like robes, then yes, it will cover up the wheels. If it's going by Dooku's cape, then it's going to be a yes and no, because half of the wheels will be showing while the other half will not. And if they don't have a cloak on, then it's basically going to, or cape, then it's going to be a no, the wheels will not be covered up, unless they absolutely need to. So yeah. The next fact is that, well, the engines will be in custom paint jobs. They won't just be looking like they're ordinary. looks, which you probably would already expect so. But the engines will also have different coloured faces if needs be. Like Darth Maul's face is red and black, so James's face will be red and maybe red and black. Yoda's face is green, so Percy's face may be green. You get the idea. Now another fact is that if it comes to Phantom Menace Gordon, I might have a pipe coming out or something like that coming out the funnel, and then coming beside his smoke box, mainly to represent like the hair piece for Padawans. So yeah, I think that could work quite well. Now when it comes to Henry in the series, he is going to have his new shape. I did think about Oz shape. Yeah, I don't think it will work too well, and yeah. So yeah, also there will be more engines to be cast, so do not worry. There will be more engines being cast, but these are just like the main engines I can think of for now, and these are sort of like the main characters for the series. I know I've missed out a couple like Kylo, General Hux, Snoke. I just haven't thought of the characters for them yet, but I think if it comes to Snoke, maybe Spencer or Diesel 10 could go well. I think Diesel 10 would work a bit better, and then when it comes to Kylo, then I have no idea who could play him, maybe Thomas. But yeah, anyways, if it does come to the point where it's unmakeable, then that's okay. I can just show you storyboards on what they could look like, and just make the storyboards and how the episodes would have looked like, and then I can just show you guys. I could do one of those or not, but that's all up to you. So yeah. Now another quick question: do you think I should also do parts of the Clone Wars and Rebels series? Like, I am also planning to make sort of my own episodes with it, but I don't know if I should. But yes, there will be actual Clone Wars and things in Rebels, but I'm thinking, shall I also do it where I'm also recreating a couple of things from the actual Clone Wars and Rebels franchises? I know more about the Clone Wars series than the Rebels series, plus I will also have to alter every single line because of copyright. So yeah, but tell me what you think of the series. If you think it's a good idea, then do let me know. Also tell me what you think the name of it should be. Shall I just keep it as shall I make it Thomas and Friends Star Wars? Should I make it like Train Wars or something like that? Do tell me in the comments below, because yeah, but seeing as how I say it, tell me in the comments below. Usually when I say that, YouTube will not make comments available. That's how it is for me, at least, because if you watch some of my other videos, that has happened. So that is a little bit of a problem, but still it's not as big as a problem as it is, and it would be. You can always just comment on a different video if that does happen. But overall, tell me what you think of the cast, and what you think of the engines being in cardboard being done for. Tell me what you think about it. Now, I have not thought for Boba Fett or Jango Fett as well yet, so yeah, I could make them like a diesel engine, like maybe Bear, Class 40, Boko, D199. Also, I do not like hearing the words bowler or spam can for Class 40 and D199s, because I just do not like hearing them. It's just, in my opinion, it's just not right for them. So yeah, I just don't like hearing them. Also, tell me what you think of Luke being the Ewoks. I think it's a good idea, but also some of the other narrow gauge engines could probably work well as well, but I think Luke also works well for them. Also, when it comes to Darth Maul, I think if I replace James's funnel with one of Darth Maul's horns, then I think that could also work a bit well, and then he has like horns around the smoke box. Tell me what you think of that. Also, I have planned out what the engines will look like, or at least for Darth Maul and Palpatine. But tell me what you think. If you want to make little concept arts on what you think the engines would look like, then do let me know. Because I think Darth Maul would look quite unique if he has, with the funnel being a boiler. Oh, finally James's face is actually loaded in properly. No, and there's not a delay. No pun intended. But tell me what you would think of the series, and how you would have the and who you'd have, and who you would have your cast as. Like, the series idea only came today, but thinking on what the engines would actually be like has been with me for a couple years. Like, who would be playing which character. But for Thomas to be Luke, Diesel 10 to be Palpatine, and Percy to be Yoda has been ones that I've actually been thinking of for over a couple years. For a couple years now. So yeah. Also, I was trying to get the entire Steam team, not including Rebecca and Rhaenyra. And Nia, I'm getting confused with the names. So I did try and get the entire Steam team in, which was why it was a little confusing in a couple spots. So do tell me who you think could play Kylo and Snoke. I think Diesel 10 could work for Snoke. But who do you think would work for Captain Hooks, Captain Phasma and Kylo? Maybe, or I don't know who would work for Phasma. Like, it's got to be I'm thinking it should be like a girl engine, but I don't know, it could be a different engine. Like, maybe Nia could work for Captain Phasma, I'm not too sure though. Or maybe Rosie could work. Yeah, I think Nia or Rosie would work for Captain Phasma. I think Rosie would work a bit better now. And I know this maybe, and I know that was a little weird there, but still. Also, there can be road vehicles, but they're not going to be as big as a problem. And because the engines won't really be pulling any rolling stock, then you may be thinking, well, there's no real reason for them to have couplings then. Well, they will be having couplings to make a couple scenes easier. Like, what if I need to have like 3 engines going at once, and one's meant to be right behind the other? Well, then I can just couple the engines up, and then I will only having to be using 2 fingers or 2 thumbs. Like, of course, like everybody else, I only have 4 fingers and 2 thumbs. But I mean 8 fingers and 2 thumbs. I'm so sorry. And so if you had the couplings on, then yeah. What I planned the couplings to be like is sort of like the Trackmaster couplings you get on rolling stock, and they like clip into the circle, like the hook part. That's what I'm thinking of making it, but it's upside down, and then all the couplings are like that. Then you may be thinking, then how are you going to work? How are you going to make them couple up? Are you going to have one where you can turn? Well, maybe, but I was actually thinking on having like a little connector piece where it connects them together. I get if it was going up a slope, it wouldn't be as efficient, so maybe having them be able to turn wouldn't be such a bad idea, but still, it works. And plus, if I ever want to change the engines, if I want to do a live action series with those cardboard engines, then yeah, I can always just do that. So, but really, but also the only use the couplings we need would have to be coupling tenders up. So really, that's the only use for the couplings at the moment, but still, it doesn't really matter too much. Anyways, tell me what you think of the series in the comments. Is it a good idea? Because no one's actually properly done this. You do find, like, if you search up Thomas and Friends Star Wars, you get them, but it's like, but it's not actually something like someone actually making the series. They just use clips from the actual like trailers or games or the movies or series, and then they actually get the Thomas and Friends clips from the actual Thomas and Friends show. Of course, these videos like that are actually quite old, but yeah, those kinds of videos are from like between like 2000 and then between 2000 and 2015. I've mainly seen them done with the prequels, so let's just say like 1999, which YouTube wasn't around back then. I think the first YouTube video was in 2005. I do not know how old YouTube is, but if I'm going by how old the first video is, then it was back in 2005. So yeah. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like Star Wars and Thomas and Friends like me, then you're in for a treat with this series if it doesn't get cancelled. And this project will probably be bigger than the Palpatine movie I'm currently making. And I say that because I'm going to have to make the engines, then record them in real life, then have to get them on YouTube, and it's very confusing, so it will probably be a harder series to make than making series in Roblox, because of course I need the engines to look in a certain way, and I can't always do that with Roblox or animation, because I do not know how to animate. I do not know how to like reskin in trains, plus I would not ever like to reskin in it. I'd just rather record in it, and then for like series, and then when it comes to Roblox, then yeah, so I'm just thinking if it goes all the way to live action, then that's going to be brilliant. By live action I mean like doing it in real life. Like, I get you have those live action movies. I don't mean live action like that. I mean like series that people do in real life. That's sort of what I mean by live action. So yeah. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.